Hi, motherfuckers, we back.
Back at it again.
This is the Two Cents You Call It podcast.
One time for the one time.
I am your host, X. And I'm here with my brother from another mother, Doug. What's happening?
What's happening, my brother?
Hey, man, over here fucking up, but it's all good.
We are back on the 4th of July for episode number 88.
Yes,
how
sir.
you feeling?
I'm feeling all right, man. Gonna see how I feel after a couple more drinks.
Let's get it. Y'all know what it is. You can catch us on YouTube at the 2 Cent You Call It podcast. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see every single time we post. Also, for your listening pleasure, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music, busting out your eardrums every single week. First things first, my brother. What you drinking?
This week I am drinking out of my styrofoam cup some Dirty 30 Punch. This is a family heirloom that's been passed down for since slave time. And I'm lying. Nah, it's just something that I do. I normally make it once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And I had a couple bottles worth left over, so I froze it and then I unthawed it.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about that because
unthawed it, thawed it.
Thawed, yeah.
Do black people say that?
Unthaw? No, thaw it out. You gotta thaw it out.
Okay. I'm all over the place. But yeah, thawed 2 jugs and brought it over.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that because I'm drinking whiskey right now, and I'm probably gonna be on punch a little later, and that's a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Sound like a normal weekend for you.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm drinking because you didn't ask.
Because we hadn't got the. My bad, bro. What you drinking over there?
I'm drinking a cherry whiskey.
Okay.
With a cherry liquid. So it's like I got the actual cherries, and I just poured the juice off of the cherries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
you're just gonna have cherries with no juice eventually?
Yeah.
You just gonna throw cherries away? You gonna?
Nah, I'm gonna do something with them. I don't know.
You should throw them in a bottle.
Yeah.
And let them soak up the alcohol. Drunk cherries. But anyway, all right, yeah. Enough of that.
Yeah. Man, how was your week?
Week was cool, man.
We have been gone for 2 weeks.
Yes. Was it 2 weeks? 1 week. 1 week.
1 week. Was it one?
It was 2 weeks before, and then we came back. We did a week.
Okay.
And then we said that we were going to do a live.
Yeah,
because we missed last week.
Hey, y'all let us know in the comments if y'all want us to do a live. We've been thinking about doing lives a few more. I was about to say a few more often. I don't think that was right. We've been thinking about doing lives a little more often. So y'all let us know if y'all want to see us go do a live recording. Yeah. But yeah, what you do? I guess on this past week or on your week off. Week off.
On a week off. So I actually ended up going to a gala. For this organization out in Plano. And stuff.
How was that?
It was cool. I actually saw a couple of people that I hadn't seen since I was in high school. It was a lady that was actually over the praise dancers that's in that chapter out there. So I got to see her and her husband, caught up with her, and she was telling me how her youngest just graduated college. And I was like, oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. You start seeing stuff like that, and you be like, damn.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck.
You
it wasn't no fun.
It's funny because you are now in a position that I just exited. As far as like being in a leadership position to where you have to go to stuff
Yeah.
that you may not particularly want to go to, or your presence is needed to represent the organization. And man, I just said the other day that I am so glad that I don't have to do that shit.
Man, let me tell you.
It's exhausting, bro.
So that actually the week before I went to celebrate Nick's getting his doctoral degree.
Shout out to Nick.
And then he had I guess you call it a pre or a post. We're gonna say it was a post Juneteenth
Okay.
party just to celebrate at the swimming pool. So I went over there, pool party and stuff, but I couldn't get into the pool because I had to be ready to go to the gala, however you want to say it.
Okay.
So left there.
It was at the house?
It was at his parents.
Oh, yeah, because they do have I
Yeah.
wish I would have went to that.
So yeah, went over there and then left there, went up, and I was like, okay, this is an all white event. Now I have to go actually find something all white. Because
Man.
it was semi-formal.
Yeah, no, and that's funny because the same weekend I had an all white event.
Yes.
And I had to figure out what I was. First of all, stop throwing all white events. Stop it. And second of all, we have a new rule. We have a new rule for all white events.
What's that?
Ladies,
Wear slips. My cousin's in the corner. Disappointed at me.
no, but we are conservative. We're conservative makeup for
okay.
all white events because stop fucking
wiping your face on my.
Yo. If it's an all white event, we trying to keep this shit clean. Be conservative in the shit that you putting on your face. Don't cake that shit up for an all white event because you're gonna be hugging and kissing motherfuckers out here. Cause if you come at me on an all white event and I see it, I'ma stiff on your ass.
Fellas, ease up on the Beijing.
Nah, dead ass. Cause them enhancements start running. They running on that all white. Nah, for real. Yeah, we govern yourselves accordingly. This is
God.
a PSA. If you are going to an all white event, please limit the stuff that can brush off or rub off on somebody else's clothes.
I'm watching that.
I hope you're doing that anyway. But if you're not watching that,
do that too.
And get you one of them African
Or the little back.
or one of them hand scrubbers. Get you something to make sure that you get the all the dirt off, man. But yeah, go ahead. So
I had to go shop for all white, so I ended up going to a store that you just buy off the rack suits and stuff on.
Okay.
So I got that. I was like, okay, I'm not getting this tailored.
Yeah.
So what I thought I would do was, I was like, okay, I found a jacket. Okay, this jacket is cool. But they sell them as a set.
Right.
I didn't know that they checked to see that the jacket matched the pants.
I didn't know they did that either.
Yeah, they do. So I was like, okay, these pants are too tight. This jacket fits right, but these pants are too tight. So I grabbed a bigger suit and I swapped the pants on them. And I was like, oh yeah, because it was the same suit, everything, but obviously they matched up to each other some kind of way. I guess with the tag, they figured out. So did that, and they had a special going on. So I went ahead and I got another suit.
Oh, okay.
And
It's probably the same place I got my yeah.
And stuff. So I'm gonna have to go and get them tailored so that they look like they about the same. But still, even with that one, I think I spent
they be having good deals.
Yeah, but that one was like $300.
Well, sometimes you be.
But they had to buy one, get one.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can do $300.
Yeah.
Now that other suit, my gray suit, I wouldn't. I was like, nah, I can't do that again. Okay. It's gonna be a good minute until I.
And you better wear the fuck out that hoe.
It's shitty. You think I don't?
I'm looking for another place I can wear my 3-piece, man.
So did that, got a all white suit, and then ended up getting a blue suit because I needed to get one. Went over there, start talking, getting a shirt, figured out what size my shirt was, like, because I hadn't sized a shirt in a minute. And depending on when you get your shirt, sometimes it just be like large.
Yeah.
But this one, they actually
You
measure
actually have
and
next
stuff.
size,
So I
and
was like, am I 17, 18? So it was 17, 17 and a half. Then I had to figure out what kind of cut that I need.
Yeah, you had a real shirt.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, I got there, went up to the register and stuff, talking to the girl. You'd say, ding, ding, ding. She was like, oh, yeah, we don't do mismatch. And I was like, huh? And she's like, yeah. Did you try any other suits? I was like, no. Tried this one, and then everything fit good. She was like, oh, yeah, because these pants don't match with that one. I was like, dang, okay, let me go figure it out because I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me, so I don't know what it is. So we're back there, look for a suit, the same one. And I was like, okay, maybe I just put the same jacket back on what it was. But the jacket that came with the suit that had the pants that fit, it had it looked like it had juice on the arm or something. Like, listen, I'm definitely not buying that. So I had to find a different suit.
Well, at this point, y'all should just give me the regular jacket that I wanted because this jacket is fucked up.
Well, she was like, yeah, you can buy them separately.
No.
I was like, nah, all right, let me go find something else.
We're definitely not doing that.
But I found a different same company and everything like that, so it all fit good and stuff. So
yeah,
I think I look pretty good in my suit.
Okay.
So yeah, did that.
The people gonna ask for a picture after this?
I think somebody sent me some. So I went up to the event. I mean, it was a good time. Shook some hands, kissed some babies. Doing my Mr. President type stuff.
Hey, I feel you. I just came out the role. I feel you.
And then I was talking to a lady. She actually knows Nurse Bay.
Okay.
Because she used to be in that chapter out
Grandma?
there in Houston.
Oh, okay.
That she's in
I thought
now.
you meant Graham.
Oh, no. And then we were just talking in the parking lot for a good minute. And she's kind of giving me some ideas about fundraising and everything.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, the dog event was that night too.
Oh yeah.
So,
I saw that.
So I need to pick somebody's brain that was over there to see exactly what they're getting, so I can figure it out on my side. Other than that, week prior to, ended up giving out some scholarships. So I was
shout
happy
out to the
about
service,
that.
man.
Yeah. Definitely still hate speaking in public. I went up there and I was like, all right, well, what am I supposed to be doing?
I mean, but isn't this kind of public speaking?
Not necessarily because nobody's here.
I mean, but
you saw how I fucked it up. This is take 2. 2 seconds in, I was messing it up. So you can only imagine.
Just imagine you on a podcast.
No, I'd be drunk on the podcast.
Touche.
So
go pregame before.
They definitely don't want that.
Yeah,
they be like, X is doing the most. So I did that. Went to that event, and then that was Saturday. Sunday, I felt like I was supposed to do something. I did something that Sunday. I don't know what it was. Oh well. This week, my cousin actually came into town.
Okay. How's that going?
It's going well. She came in from Houston, and we hadn't seen each other. And probably seen each other in probably like 4 or 5 years. Like actually hung out. It's
funny because I can look at her and tell that's your cousin.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah, we look like the same person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we hadn't seen each other, like actually hung out in probably about 10 years or something like that. And so I would last time.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Is it funny experiencing your family or your cousins, especially like your cousins, because you said y'all hadn't been together in like 10 years. Is it funny now engaging as adults?
I guess you could say, yeah. I mean, because you kind of see like, okay, we're obviously not the same people that we were.
Right.
at that level, like we had different life experiences and stuff. So we're trying to figure out, okay, what do you do now?
Yeah.
How's this going? Oh, it's been so long since this happened.
Yeah.
And then with me just being so antisocial that I am, like I told her, like, yeah, don't worry about it because you're not the only person that I'm not talking to consistently. So like I had to see my mom at like a month before I came over.
Shame on you.
I think last time I saw her was Mother's Day, and then I saw her last weekend because she actually ended up going to church with me, and she came with us too.
Okay.
So, yeah, we hung out and been catching up on some things. We went out to, oh yeah, we did eat. She over here trying to remind me like, thank you, because my brain is. So yeah, we had a reunion for our church drill team and stuff.
Okay.
And stuff. So after church, we went there. We went to this barbecue place.
Oh, so you went to your home church?
No.
Oh.
I went to my home church that I call home now.
Oh.
But
the reunion
yeah, the reunion was
for your home church.
my first church that I went to out here in
Yeah,
Dallas.
yeah,
The church I grew up in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not my home now, but
You know what I'm
I
saying?
have a home church.
No. When I say home church, I mean like the church you grew up in.
Yeah, so so it was that, and it had a good amount of people that came out. My other cousin Tez, he came out with his mom and stuff. Matter of fact, at my church, your pastor came over there to preach.
Current?
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah. So his wife is the granddaughter of my home church pastor.
The word is small.
Yeah, so
The word is small.
yeah, they got married a year ago, I think, something like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
his wife.
Okay.
But yeah, so we went over there. We went to somewhere that's not. It's a season and not a brook, but another flowing piece of water.
Okay. Okay.
You guess my drift?
I got you.
Yeah, we went over there and had some barbecue. And then afterwards, we went to a draft house. So I was trying to go to, it was a beer garden. They used to be over by this hot dog place off of 75. But
Okay.
they actually ended up closing permanently.
Oh yeah, I know where you're talking about.
Yeah. So we ended up going to a movie theater
Okay.
to have drinks and stuff. So we went over there, and I caught up with both her and Tez because I hadn't talked to Tez in probably about it wasn't a year. It's been a while and stuff like that, but I actually haven't seen Tez since probably December.
Okay.
At my grandpa's birthday.
Yeah.
So caught up with them and just saying, got to be better about talking to him. Got to talk to Ted and stuff.
Yeah.
Helped him in his month off
Yeah.
right, you know what I'm saying, on the second to the last day of his month. And we just kind of caught up and stuff like that. So it was always good to see family in joyous occasions versus other things.
Yeah, we gotta stop only getting together for funerals. That's for sure.
But yeah, so now I have my cousin's number.
Okay.
So I will be not texting her like I do the rest of my cousins. At least she can text me. I'll be like, oh, hey, what's up?
At least I know the number.
Yeah, and stuff. So, I mean, it's always good catching up and stuff. But she came in, she telling me what she was doing. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually jealous of her. She's getting ready to go have her little vacation and everything. So
That's what I'm talking about.
dang.
Don't say jealous because you don't be wanting to go nowhere.
Well, I mean, I'm in a
You
sense.
say- you say that.
I say this in a sense like this. I am jealous of y'all in the sense of that y'all actually want to do that stuff, and y'all are okay being out that long.
Because you could do it, you just don't be wanting to go nowhere.
Well, I do it for a day, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm over this. Let me get back to the house. But yeah, how was your 2 weeks?
2 weeks was good. So I am binging a series that everybody claimed was the greatest series ever, or amongst one of the greatest series. And,
Is it not Rain?
Huh?
Is it not Rain?
No.
But another Frozen Rain?
I'm gonna say the series.
Oh, okay. Trying to say what? Frozen Rain drizzle.
I'm like, what the fuck? No.
Frozen Rain decline.
What are you talking about?
Snowfall.
Oh, no, not Snowfall. I've been binging Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And so when it was popular, and even afterwards, like I tried 2 times to get into Game of Thrones.
Gotcha.
And I couldn't get into it originally. I will say this for anybody that has been hearing about it and that has wanted to get into it, but you haven't gotten into it, it's a slow burn. So that first season is a slow burn. You got to get about 3 to 5 episodes in before you start to really get into it and realize what's going on. But once you hit that mid first season, it got you. It got you.
Well, my brother, I'm not getting that far. So I fell asleep on it.
I feel you. I feel you because that's how I felt about like episode 1 and 2. But once you really get into
That's
that,
how I felt about the preview.
once
I
you
checked out.
once you get into my bad. Once you get into like once you get into the series, like for real, I can see why people fuck with it the way that they did.
Okay, just tell me how you feel once you get to the end, because
Because everybody said they end the shit, but I mean, it is what it is. It's fucking 8 seasons, so I can understand how the ending may be shit with 8 seasons. But something just happened. I'm in the 5th season now, and in the 4th season, something just happened that I was really waiting on to happen.
the red wedding.
No, I saw that.
Oh, that's the only thing I know. Red wedding.
No, I was waiting on
Jon
somebody.
Snow.
I was waiting on somebody to
Dragon.
die.
Fire.
I
Midget.
have
You can't say
never.
that.
I have never wanted somebody to
Little
die.
person.
I have never. Yes, you can. I have never wanted somebody to die as much as I did in this particular series.
I got you. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't, but I'm gonna pretend like I do.
Anywho, so yeah, I've been doing that. But other than that, man, my weeks have been standard. Now, I will say today is 4th of July. We celebrated Juneteenth a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Just about.
A little over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't think we do a show after Juneteenth. I don't think we did.
No, I think you were out of town.
All right, so 4th of July versus Juneteenth. Which one would you say? Well, I feel like for you it's gonna be different because you're only off on the 4th, right? You're not off on Juneteenth.
No.
See, I was off on both, and this is actually the first 4th I've had off in my career because I work a specific career. So this is actually the first 4th.
Yeah, y'all deputy sheriff's after.
This is the first 4th that I've been off in my career. So I really didn't know what to do with myself today. Which is why, like, everything, I know you probably realize, like, everything that's going on today is like last minute.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say that. Like, everything with me, regardless, is last minute.
I mean, yeah, but I had no clue what to do with myself off. But we did celebrate Juneteenth. I honestly can't remember what we did, but I know we did something.
It was on a Thursday.
Yeah, but we went out that Friday and celebrated. Can't remember. Did something. But you went to y'all went to Kaboom Town.
Yeah, I went to Kaboom Town
with Yava last night. How was that?
Well, I guess you really can't say it was Kaboom Town. We just watched some fireworks.
I mean, same shit.
We went to because where my office is, I was already downtown. Well, not downtown, but in Addison. And stuff. Yeah, don't fucking stalk me. I shouldn't have said that.
That's on you.
So well, I guess they wouldn't know it was in that area.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, so I was over there, and I reached out to you and to Celeste and see if y'all what y'all were doing and stuff. So you had to go to the gym.
I did. Because I knew I was gonna fuck up today.
Okay, I understand, my brother. Leslie, she was going to a Love Island watch party.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
I didn't even know that was a thing. But apparently,
I don't know a
people
lot of
been on it
things,
like a
things
motherfucker.
with
Yeah.
Celeste. She be
Nah,
telling me
I mean, apparently, like people been on Love Island, but I have no
yeah.
clue. Yeah.
Doesn't at all. And then yeah, we went to a sushi spot, got drinks and stuff, drank over there, and then we went back to my company's where the building is, and we just sat on the top floor of the parking structure.
I heard it was like 35 minutes long. My brother went.
Yeah, it was pretty long. I had checked that after like 10 minutes.
I feel you. Because, I mean, there's only so many blaring lights you can look at, in my opinion.
But yeah, it was a good time. I was there. I was like, I just know I can't be sober here. I think I only saw like two of my coworkers
Yeah.
and stuff. I was really trying to avoid them because you try not to have that interaction outside of work. And
Yeah.
you might confuse things and stuff. Except for one of my coworkers, well, a couple like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I invite them out and be like, yeah, come on out. And
Yeah,
stuff.
let me fuck with y'all.
Yeah, she got that thing on.
I knew where that was going. I already knew.
But yeah, so I mean, it was cool. And we were just discussing how everything has changed since we were younger.
Yeah.
Because that thing really used to be. Well, I'm about to say something crazy. That event used to be really big. That event used to be really big.
You almost fucked up.
Now a lot of the suburban areas surrounding it are having their own events too.
Yeah.
So it's gotten smaller, but it gives people more options to go to.
Yeah, because please do not do that shit by yourself. I'm sick of y'all. And you know what? I'm not even going to go into it because that's going to. But just.
Do it. Just
Nah.
burn it all down.
Don't do that shit. Like, let professional. Go somewhere and watch that shit because, y'all be out here rigging shit up and that shit. Go watch fireworks, please. Shit.
All right, but he just put his.
I didn't.
I understand, Deputy Sheriff. But yeah, so we went out there, we did that, and that was cool. And then I got home, and I was like, all right, let me pass out, and then make sure that I got up to come over here
To record, yeah.
Yeah, my brother said, hey, I'm doing something. And
it was real last minute, like, and I wouldn't even like whoever show up because I was really just like, honestly, I've been like that lately.
You got the white bitch coming?
Huh?
You said what? So you got the white bitch coming?
The white bitch.
The white bitches. What they say about these white bitches?
Oh, nah, it was real last minute, like
No, I don't. Just because y'all get up. I knew it. I don't. I'm just bullshit.
No, I was I've been last minute about a lot of things lately because I'm preparing for a exam I have to take next month. And so I haven't really been putting stuff together because everybody keep asking me like, hey, what you doing for your birthday? What you doing for your birthday? Because my birthday is next week. And by the time we post this show, my birthday will be in 2 days. But I really haven't been planning stuff like that because I've been so focused on other shit. That it's just, I haven't really been thinking about it. But, as far as today, I did, I'm trying out something new. I got a new grill yesterday that I was really excited about.
Yeah, okay.
And I saw a video and it was like, once you hit the age of, 33, 34, 35, like you either got to be in like war history or smoking meats. Backyard barbecue. And I have been barbecuing for some years now.
Yeah.
And so I just got a new grill, man. I'm excited about it. The first cook on it is today. It's actually going right now while we're recording this. So I'm excited about what's gonna produce.
We gonna see, brother.
We gonna see.
We gonna see. I'm rooting for you.
We
were all rooting for you.
I'm rooting for everybody. We got a couple of things that's been happening in the world lately.
Yeah.
A couple of things that we have touched on in the past.
Yeah,
So
pause.
I guess it would be a pause for what's coming up. The Diddy trial.
Yeah, man.
There a verdict came out, and what I guess I'm gonna ask you what you think about it first.
Honestly, I figured that'd probably be what it was because I
Did
think
you?
he got found guilty of three or
Two.
two of 5. The bigger stuff like that, like I didn't see the Rico.
Yeah, the Rico was kind of hard to get. I felt like it was gonna be a real stretch to get that Rico.
Yeah, but I mean, prostitution and I know sex trafficking was probably a hit or miss.
He didn't get the trafficking
because that's. I mean,
because
everybody flew somebody out.
Well,
I can say everybody
you
did.
got you also got to prove that they didn't want to be there, and a lot of that shit said that they they was participating.
Yeah.
So I think that what it came down to it was prosecution was like,
We need to get something.
yeah, well, not prosecution. The jury was like, you probably a freak, motherfucker, but
Yeah, because that's what I was saying earlier. Like everything I was hearing is just like he just freaking as hell. It ain't got nothing to do with me. With all right, if you want to rub semen on your nipples,
that's crazy.
go on about it, my
That's
brother.
crazy work, yo.
And stuff. But I think the damage is already done and everything.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Because I mean, realistically, is the industry he not gonna get blacklisted? I mean, I feel like he already got too much pull in the industry. Like,
Well, I mean, maybe behind the scenes, but you think somebody's gonna be openly
yes,
out front, be like, "Oh
Yes.
yeah, hanging with my boy Diddy."
Yes.
And they be like, "You already see how they do
Bro,
it. People that's been around them."
no, they've only been doing like that the people that's been around them because they thought that they could get caught up in the RICO charge. Because when you talk about RICO, you start talking about associates and all that shit.
Well, I'm talking about like Meek Mill. They've been saying that he done got his back beat a lot. And he was telling people, "Nah, this ain't what it is." And he's like, "Nah, you did this."
Now,
did this.
when he come out, let's see if they gonna stop fucking with him. Because I think it's still gonna be the people that was fucking with Diddy still gonna fuck with Diddy.
Yeah, I can see that. If you had, I was about to say crazy. If you had a partner that was going through similar things, would you distance yourself?
Because of my profession, yes.
Okay.
But if I were just a random, like if I was just a random, like if I just was a regular person, that wasn't dealing with, that it couldn't affect my career, no. Because at the end of the day, allegations are just allegations. And 9 times out of 10, like if you was already in that circle, you knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah. They would say, yeah, it would be different if you were like actually participating, but you still try to still distance yourself away from. I don't mean, hey, I don't shame. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Hey,
Outwardly,
as long as what you doing don't involve children, that ain't got shit to do with me
or me. That is.
Yeah, and yeah.
As long as you keep that over there.
keep your shit over there. But yeah, as long as you not hurting nobody and you ain't no children involved, do whatever the fuck you want to do. You got it,
man. It's yeah.
But so there's a lot of things that have happened in the past 2 weeks that I feel like we are in. I don't know who owes us a check, whether it be Mona Scott Young or Zeus Network or whoever. But the reality show that we in right now, when it comes to this administration,
it's all over the place, man.
So just in the 2 weeks that we have not recorded, we have we're on the verge of a war.
Yeah. A war, then a ceasefire, then another war, and then another war.
Well, that's why they call him Taco.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's so let's tackle that subject first. How close do you think we are to?
Oh, um, honestly, there are a lot of private interests involved.
Always. And politics is private interest.
Yeah,
Whether
so
either side of the aisle.
even if it isn't outwardly said, it's definitely some behind the scenes stuff that's going on. And people saying, "Oh, we're not going to get involved in this," but you got to protect your interests. And
but then we
you're
get involved in it, yeah.
and stuff. And then everybody looking at us crazy. It's like, okay, well, how did people get this stuff, and where did this come from?
Yeah.
If you look back far enough, then it came from here, it came from there, and
My biggest thing is the stop the lies, bro. Like, because y'all know with social media, right? We can run receipts. Like, we can pull up anything that you said in the past, and we can pull that shit up right now, and it goes against what you're doing right now. And when it comes to politics and constituents, like, I feel like these motherfuckers be lying to people because, and we can talk about the war and we can talk about the bill, right? Because when everybody was running last year, I know you remember this shit.
yeah.
We was talking about, oh, no new wars,
No
right?
wars
No new wars, right? What the fuck are we doing now?
everywhere.
And then we was talking about, oh, no changes in Medicare. What is the bill? The bill just passed, right?
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers about to be sick and dying.
You saw what that one, I think she was a representative, said. She said somebody was asking questions about that, and one of her constituents yelled out, "People are going to die." And she was like, "Well, nobody's going to die." And then she was like, "We're all going to die."
Some sooner than others without having adequate.
Yeah. And then she made a video in the graveyard saying, like, "Oh, I didn't think I had to explain to people that I'm saying that eventually you have to die, and I didn't think that I would have to explain Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny either." But here we are.
You tried. It was an attempt.
Yeah.
Great try.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think at a certain point you just lose empathy, and you lose touch with reality.
As a politician?
Yes. Well,
And that's
in
but
anything,
that's sad.
even if you make a certain amount of money,
Oh, yeah.
you just get detached from the common folk, or even the margins of society.
What I will say is that I feel like what's happening now is a direct reflection of, I'm not gonna say that on camera. I'm not gonna say that on camera. I just
It's one of those after show.
yeah. Yo, if you whatever side of the aisle you on, know what you are representing and know what you stand for and know what you support. Know what's happening with the party that you support. Because I feel like a lot of these people are out here blindly supporting people without facts or knowledge of exactly what's going on, and it's really gonna hurt you.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes they think that they have the facts and they just getting altered information, and they just go ahead and just go with it because this is what's supposed to be the facts, and a lot of places just aren't checking that stuff anymore.
Yeah,
because they're afraid to push back on stuff.
Just be informed, man. Be intelligent. Stop being ignorant. And I know we have such a negative connotation around ignorant. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying that you're ill-informed. Start being informed about the issues and the situations that are upon us, because there's a lot that is going to affect, especially in this bill that just passed. There's a lot that's going to affect a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
And I just at the end of the day, just be informed, because they was selling all these lies about how this wasteful abuse, fraud and wasteful abuse, and all this shit. And then we about to extend the deficit, like the
Yeah.
margin by a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just know what you're talking about that at the end of the day, because especially if you coming to me, because I'm gonna know what I'm talking about. So, know what you're talking about before you approach me, because I'm on your ass. We got a part two because your cousin brought it to our attention that we
Yes.
did not discuss a part two. And the reason, let me backstory. So in episode 86, I think the title of the show was "Are You Scared of Forever?" And we were supposed to do a part two in episode 87. But the reason that we did not do that episode is because
Vivian didn't show up.
yes,
I'm sorry. I might
That-
go back
that-
and like that. Well,
no,
you know what?
fuck it, leave it in there. She ain't gonna listen to this shit. Yeah. So we did want to have the woman's perspective because we were supposed to do a part two, and now it's probably gonna be a part three, but we are gonna tackle a part two. So breaking down this into a couple of different
I had a drink to remember.
breaking down this in a couple of different aspects, I guess. It's Let me ask you this, because we have very different views in life. We have very different aspects that we come from as far as wanting children, as far as what a long-term relationship looks like. I will ask, in your opinion, do you think traditional marriage is worth it?
I do. With the right person, I think it makes life a lot easier, life more fulfilling.
My question, but what's the right person? Because I feel like everybody's the right person until they're not. Because, and this is what I say all the time, right? Because people don't go into marriage with divorce on mind, right? People go into marriage saying that I found my forever person, and then
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 2 months, whatever down the line, you realize that this isn't forever.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of work. I would say that. And I just
in our opinion, because neither one of us are married.
never one of us married. Yeah. I was almost married a couple times.
Facts. Facts.
Woo! I guess I gotta stop.
But are you glad?
shopping for rings and
Okay,
shit, 'cause every time I do
question.
that-
So are you glad? Or are you sad that those quote unquote forevers didn't happen?
Indifferent.
Okay.
Indifferent. I think I would be a lot more stable
If they did happen.
if the first one happened.
Okay.
Now, how long it would have lasted, I don't know.
Okay. But is that forever?
It with me it would have been, but it's single ex and married ex would be two different people. Because I just had this conversation with my cousin, my mom the other day. Like, I ain't got to put up with this shit. So it's easy
Right now,
yeah. So it's easy to be like, all right, it is what it is. I can just go about my way.
Yeah.
But in the sense of marriage, it's supposed to be a promise and a promise to each other, a promise to God to fulfill this and stuff. And looking at my parents, looking at everybody around me, aunts and uncles and stuff, they've all gone through those rough patches. But you have to find a way to navigate those and stay together. And then some people, yeah, I've seen the people where, yeah, the marriage just shouldn't have happened because it just wasn't a good fit.
Right.
It was seasonal and stuff like that. But I think well, I ain't gonna say, I was about to say, I think there's a person for everybody. 'Cause
No.
some people, there's just to be alone. And every once in a while, I feel like that's me too.
I don't think that for you. I think you're too much of a I think you're too relationship based to be alone.
I mean, am I really relationship based? I've only been in fucking since we known each other. I've been in 2,
3, but the
Who's the third?
we'll talk about that later.
No, we can talk about this.
The current. Oh well, I give the people an update. Then what's going on with?
Oh, that was a relationship. Is that? Are you counting it as a relationship?
I mean, it's been longer than.
No. Than nobody. None.
I mean, what are we doing now?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Nah. That I was attempting to talk to somebody and stuff like that. And I think what ended up happening is I stopped dating.
Oh, to be exclusive.
And it wasn't on purpose. I think I just stopped looking at so many options and stuff, and I was spending too much time focused just one place versus spreading it out and trying to find exactly who exactly should I be with.
Okay.
And I think I had that conversation with her as well.
Okay. So so that brings up another topic that we had to discuss. What are first of all, what constitutes a long-term relationship?
Long-term relationship.
Like, what does that look like?
I would think anything over 5 months.
5 to 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, with me, everything is long term because my relationship be short as fuck. With Sunflower, she was. I had to remember that because I didn't put nobody's name out there.
Yeah, but that was long as shit.
Yeah, but it was like on and off, and stuff like that.
I mean, but when you're young, that's kind of mostly how it goes.
Like years.
Yeah.
It's crazy that I don't even care to. Last time I saw her name speak. That's where we at.
That's crazy.
And then with Todd, that was a contiguous of I think maybe
2 to 3 years.
Fuck no, that was like a year maybe. No,
nah,
even that. It was like 8 months.
Nah,
I promise. We got together we started talking in December.
Okay.
Made it official in February. And then by October it was over with.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I be trying to move fast and stuff like that. It take me a while to fall, but once I fall, I be
head over heels.
Deep. in the shower smoking crack, just crying and shit.
In the shower smoking crack is crazy.
And you really gotta want it too, because
nah, facts.
The water is messing up the flames. You really gotta want it. But yeah, I think anything over 5 months is probably long term.
So we say 6 months, just to
yeah,
make it happen.
Yeah. 6
okay.
months.
So what are long term mistakes?
Long term mistakes. Ignoring red flags.
Facts, yo.
Because I think, and I can say this to you, in some previous relationships, I do have a list of what the ideal woman for me would be. And I understand that I'm never going to get all of those things. And you just have to choose like maybe your top, I don't know what it is. If you got 10, then you'd be like top 3 or top 5 and just kind of work around with those. But then you'll find somebody just so cool with you, that you're so enamored or infatuated with, that you start, I'll be like, you know what, two will be all right. 2 will be all right. I mean, like, 1, I can do 1.
Yeah.
She got nothing that I want, but
but I'm already in it at this point, and
stuff. So you just kind of ignore that stuff, and that's not to throw shade at any of my ex girlfriends or anything like that because they all had things that were on my list, but they were never just perfect, which nobody's gonna be.
I think I agree with you. I think the fact that you get into, they say love is the strongest drug that you can get addicted to, and I think that sometimes you get so far into it. Huh?
Second. First one puts.
I mean, it could be intertwined.
Nah, I love it. Love is strong.
No, but I think that sometimes you get to a point to where you are just so enamored with this person that you start to like. We always talk about it, right? Somebody can show you their representative for 6 to 12 months, right?
Yeah.
And so if you have fell in love with that representative,
yeah,
and then after that they start showing their true colors, I think that it's too late. It's too late to start ignoring red flags, right? Because you didn't, in the initial phases of it, you didn't see those red flags. And so now you're so caught up or enamored with this person that I just want to be with you no matter what.
Yeah.
So now those red flags don't matter. So I think that people show yellow flags early.
Okay.
But red flag, I feel like red flags don't come until.
R. Kelly had a lot of yellow flags.
That's not funny. That's not funny. Nah, but seriously, like I think that's where we get into trouble when it comes to long-term mistakes. I think it stems from the fact that by the time you see a red flag nowadays in our big age, I think by the time you see red flags, you have already fallen in love with the representative. And I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Another long-term mistake I think is just not being prepared, not knowing yourself, not.
That's you getting into our top 3. Stop.
Is that?
Stop.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right because that was on my list.
I will ask this question.
Okay.
Identity. When it comes to a long-term relationship, is identity outside of the relationship important, and is that one of the reasons why we have an issue in relationships?
I think it's very important. I know you're supposed to come together as one and everything, but I think it's important to have your separate friends, separate times, separate hobbies, and then come together at the end of the day. But just being, I don't think it's healthy being around somebody 24 hours, 25. Yeah, it's just like,
I always say, man, I feel like when it comes to Velcro relationships, like and when I say Velcro, I mean like somebody that you have to be around all the fucking time, like 24/7. I never see those work out.
It can, yeah, it's a lot. But then again, you know what? It might just be my personality style.
Could be. I mean, and I don't knock it because you already know how I feel. Like if it works for you, it works for you. Relationships aren't a one size fits all because everybody has a different personality and everybody's going to want to bring something different to the table. Everybody's going to need something different. Everybody's loved in a different way. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to if it works for you, it works for you. But I do feel like a lot of times there is an issue of somebody not having an identity outside of the relationship that they're in.
Yeah. And it can be a relationship with anything, really.
Yeah.
Your job or
career,
your organization. Like, okay, what do you do? Besides,
who are you outside of? Yeah, I think that when it comes to like, I feel like as a person, you just have to be well rounded, right? Like you can't be defined by one specific specific thing.
Yeah.
Because once you limit yourself to that specific thing, if that thing is taken away, then what do you have?
Share my love.
I have nothing. That's hilarious.
But yeah, man. I mean, always have something going for yourself outside of one thing.
Yeah, your identity can't be just that.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess it's kind of harder for us to see from the outside looking in,
And
because we
we're
have those.
only speaking of
Yeah, because we have those friends that be like, "Damn, you don't ever come out, you don't ever do nothing." We're like, "Hey, man, I got two kids, my wife."
But do it ever last? A lot.
Yeah.
We've
Well,
watched
wait.
a lot of that shit fall apart.
Some,
A lot.
and then some go strong
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah, you got people that still go strong and everything, and then some. It's like, okay, but I think there's other things outside of that as well.
Of course. I mean, we at the end of the day, it's always only outside looking in. So at the end of the day, you're only gonna there's three
We don't
different
know
sides.
shit.
Yeah, there's three sides of the story. You're gonna get one side, the other side, and the truth.
Or it could be four sides if you have.
Hey, I'm no judgment.
Me mind my mind my business.
Mind my business, drink my water. We do have a top three.
Goddamn, I'm old and fat as
I,
fuck.
I was just saying, what the fuck are you doing?
Just try to get my foot through.
We got a top three for today.
Damn, size 13s. Hey.
So, celebrating. Shout out to the fourth. Anybody who celebrate the fourth. Anybody who don't. Shit. Same to you. We do have a top three for the week, and it's gonna be in regards to our part two of what we have been talking about, which is Are You Scared of Forever?
Let me ask you something, brother. Because, baby, I missed it. How did you tie the fourth into that?
I was literally just saying happy fourth.
Oh. But you said, speaking of the fourth, it's this. You got a top three. I was like, how did you get there?
No, just because we on the 4th of July. Top three things to prepare. What do you think the top three things that you need to do to prepare for a long-term relationship?
I think that you need to heal yourself. So, any past traumas that you have,
Facts. That was on my list, but I'm gonna change it.
your insecurities, do the inner work before you try to invite somebody else in to it, because simultaneously healing with somebody else is very difficult.
Okay. I'm gonna go along the same lines, but I'm gonna change it up. I feel like you need to love yourself. Like I feel like you need to we was talking about identities. I think you need to be okay with being able to be you individually before you can be you with somebody else.
Okay. I'll say two is work on your openness, especially if you have like a personality like me, and you're not used to having people in your space. Work on bringing down that barrier so that somebody can be comfortable in your space, and then even let them know, okay, now I need my individual space right now, and you just have to be open to that on both sides.
Yeah, mine is along this. My number two is along the same lines, which is like be able to communicate. A lot of times we can't, and we bring this, especially in our community, the Black community. We bring this from childhood. I think a lot of times we don't know how to communicate effectively, because we were never taught to actually express what we have going on, especially as men, what we have going on and what we're feeling at the moment. So I would say be able to communicate effectively.
Okay.
Number three.
Last one. I will say, memory is terrible because I just had it in my mind. Be sure, I say this, be sure that you are ready. Well, you sometimes have an idea of what you want to be in a relationship, but when you actually get to that point, you still want to, go out, play the field and everything like that. Just be sure that you are emotionally mature enough to handle that because it's supposed to be for
Forever.
long term.
Yeah.
So just be sure that you're not wasting somebody's time when you get ready to take that step.
Yeah. And I'll say my number 3 is know what your desires are. Like know what you're looking for out of, because we already said that, at times we get to a point to where we ignore red flags or we ignore, yellow flags. Know exactly what you're looking for out of a relationship and know what you're wanting long term, and make sure that that person on the other end of it is wanting that exact same thing long term, because you can be in a situation to where that looks different for both of you. And so if you're not, and that goes to my number 2 as well. Like if you're, make sure you know what you want, and then make sure you are able to effectively communicate what you're looking for out of that, before you decide that this is what it is.
Solid list, my brother.
Y'all know what it is. Please give us your top 3 in the comment section. We are looking for y'all comments. Let us know you're there. Let us know you're watching. Let us know your top 3. Let us know what you want to see. At the end of the day, you can agree with us. You can disagree with us. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
How the fuck you?
At the end of the day, that's just our 2 cents on it, man. Y'all have a good one. Celebrate your 4th. We'll see you for episode number 89.